Right guys, hitting 3 woods today. In my hand I've got 2 Mizunos and 2 TaylorMades. Now, so I've got 2 TaylorMades and 2 Mizunos, but are these clubs exactly the same just with different colorways? Or are these clubs actually any different at all? So I'm going to hit them, we've got Trackman on, and we're going to see if actually these clubs perform the same but just to different briefs. So 2 lower launching ones to 2 higher launching ones, or are they actually any different? Let's get stuck in. Right guys, so here we go. Let's give this a go. We're going to start with a higher launching one. So I've got JPX 800 here, and I've got a regular shaft in this one, just to give you an idea of how it compares to another company's, and on this instance it's TaylorMade, how it compares to TaylorMade's regular shafted higher launching club. So let's give them a hit. And Trackman's going to give us launch angle and spin rate. So what I'm expecting from these 2 clubs, certainly this one, is bit higher launching with a bit more spin, so it's going to go up in the air a bit too much for me, but for your average golfer who wants a bit of launch with their 3 wood, that's a good thing for them. So look, let's give it a hit. Okay, so that's a nice strike. It's not too high a flight, but it's launched at 13 degrees.
58 for rotations per minute. Launch angle 12.3 degrees.
Okay, so 12.3 degree launch and then 5,000 revs per minute off the face. So it's spinning a lot and launching relatively up there. Let's give it one more hit. Okay, I caught that one out the bottom, so it's gone lower. Still tried to get up a bit though.
34.76 rotations per minute. Launch angle 7.2.
Okay, so 3,400 spins because it got off the bottom of the club, so it spun up a bit more, and then launched much lower at 7 degrees because of my quality of strike. So even when I hit that one out the bottom, it's still trying to climb up in the air, which is exactly what you expect from a club like that. So look, if we compare that up then to the TaylorMade RBZ, so a very hyped driver, again, big head design, built for a bit of spin and for launch. Let's give it a hit. Woohoo, that's up in the air. So with these specs, that's gone up in the air. That'll have good launch.
51.33 rotations per minute. Launch angle 12.7 degrees.
So that's launching 5,000 spins per second per minute off the face. It's really spinning off the face, 5,000 revs, and it's got 12 degrees launch, almost 13 degrees launch. Obviously, you can spec both of these clubs up if you wanted to hit it lower. What I'm trying to just show you is how, for both manufacturers, these clubs are going to film and perform very similar because they're trying to fill pretty much the same brief in effect. So again, that's gone up in the air, not the best strike in the world, but it's out there.
30.66 rotations per minute. Launch angle 14.3 degrees.
So launched at 14 degrees, but then only spun at 3,000 revs. So both of those clubs launching and spinning up in effect, which is what I'd expect. Regular shafts, bigger heads, those kind of things. And like I say, I understand I can change the shaft, get them going lower if I wanted to use that head. But those 2 heads are aimed for golfers who want a little bit of help with their 3 wood predominantly. They're mass market clubs. They're not as specialised maybe as these 2 with the smaller heads. So the 650 from Mizuno to the R11S. So let's give these 2 a hit, and I'll just show you the figures for these 2. So this is the 650 from Mizuno, much smaller head design, classic looks, going to be lower launching in theory. Okay, not a bad hit, face slightly open.
Spin rate 38.65 rotations per minute. Launch angle 12.8 degrees.
So it launched at 12.8, not dissimilar to the others, but it only spun at 3,800 revs, so it spun a load less, which is what I expect from this head design. Let's give it a go. It wasn't the best hit in the world. That's a much better shot. That's the kind of flight I'm looking for. That's really drilling forwards.
Spin rate 44.45 rotations per minute. Launch angle 9.2.
So 9.2 launch, so much lower launch, which is what I expect from that lower launching club. And then 4,000 revs off the face, so not spinning too much. Let's give the TaylorMade a couple of hits, see how that compares. So I've seen this club in tour players' bags. That's a good hit, that one.
Spin rate 4616 rotations per minute. Launch angle 8.0 degrees.
So 4-6 spin again, not getting up in the 5,000 like the other were, but only 8-degree launch, much lower penetrating launch. Just give it one more hit. So both of these are stiff. So these are kind of like off the shelf kind of clubs, just to give you a really basic idea of what they can do. And again, that's a nice shot going forwards.
Spin rate 3892 rotations per minute. Launch angle 8.0 degrees.
Launching at 8, spinning at 3,800 revs per minute again. So look, both of these clubs, or all of these clubs, are kind of filling the same brief. Now, subject to what you bring to your fitting, so you know, the angles I'm swinging out, I'm relatively straight onto the ball, I'm relatively at the bottom of my arc, 1 degree down at there I'm hitting. The face is relatively square as well. So I'm bringing quite neutral angles, so I know which driver, or free wood, I want to use. Now, the branding issue of these two is what's going to make you make your decision. So, are you a TaylorMade guy or a Mizuno guy? Do you like the white head? Do you like the black head? It's those kind of things that it's actually going to boil down to, because when you put these clubs in the hands of quite a neutral swinger, so someone like myself, unless you're really picking up club head speeds in different ways to me, so much faster or much slower, these are going to perform very similar. So for me, out of these two, so 650 over the R11S, I would pick the Mizuno 650 all day, because it's just a much nicer looking head, slightly smaller looking than the white head. I do like the white of the R11S, but I like the nice rounder, more classic shape of the Mizuno. But the next guy coming in might like the look of the R11S a bit more. Feeling off the face of both of these was very similar. Then again, if I go to the more user-friendly one, both of these clubs, again, spinning up, going up, which is what I would expect. I do like the look of the slightly bigger head in the white-headed RBZ, and maybe offer a bit more confidence, inspiring to someone who wants a bit of help. But basically, the point in this video, look, is these clubs are all kind of doing the same from proper manufacturers like these two. They're just filling briefs for people. So don't be too kind of taken by the massive advertising budgets that some of these companies have. I mean, this isn't the fairest test of advertising budgets, because I'm sure TaylorMade are spending a lot more than Mizuno on their advertising budget. Look, it's about performance. Get to a decent launch model with a decent pro who can look at the stats you're applying and then help you choose the best club around your feel, around the looks, and around the performance. But the performance of all these top manufacturers clubs are going to be decent. They're not going to produce a rubbish club. It might not suit you, you might not enjoy it, but the stats, if hit with a neutral swing, they're going to perform. Look, I hope that helps, guys. Gives you a bit of an idea of what I think of the different ilks of clubs, so from more game improvements to better players ones. The decisions I'm making to choose my clubs is much more on feel, looks. That there are things that are in my head that might be different to you. So it's really about having a strong opinion on what you want, or having a go and just going with what you feel, rather than just being swayed by people saying that's better than that one, this one's better than that one, because there's no such thing. I hope that helps. Post comments down below. Love to know what you got for, what you think of this. Because I know there'll be people who just love this brand and hate that brand and love this brand and whatever. Post comments, love to hear what you've always got to say, and we'll see you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also, thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.